Hello everyone out there, my name is Joe S Bongay, a climate activist, social justice campaigner and development specialist from the Gambia, actively engaged in the social justice, youth and development sector. I work proactively towards the improvement of youth and the community conditions in Gambia and beyond. I am currently the executive director of Young Volunteers for the Environment and also working with Youth Alliance in Gambia. I hold leadership positions with several youth-led regional and international organizations and have been representing CSOs in various national and regional conferences and activities, and we've proven to be exemplary strong communication, negotiation and participation skills. I also engage local and regional actors on issues related to youth participation in the development process through trial and error. I have overcome challenges and believe that improving youth condition is central in creating sustainable development policies for developing countries. As part of my efforts towards affecting a sustainable change, I have been organizing forums, training camps, symposiums, fundraising activities, public debates with key stakeholders and development partners and the government on social and environmental related issues in the actualization of the set sustainable development goal. I continue to initiate community programs as part of my efforts that create opportunities for youth and local communities involvement in decision-making process, and that affects them with policymakers, community leaders, and other stakeholders as well. So kindly be patient and listen to my statement on the human development and the youth engagement as well. Hello viewers, after digesting a summary profile about me, I would like to draw your attention on my topic of today on this review segment that comes your way on weekly basis as part of my media advocacy on social justice and sustainable development related issues. I will be centering my conversation on human development and the youth engagement. It is often said people are the real wealth of a nation. And with these words, as youth, with my fellow young people out there, I will begin my presentation with a forceful case for a new approach to thinking about sustainable development, that the objective of creating a meaningful policies and setting up sustainable development goals should be to create an enabling environment for people, especially the youth, to enjoy long, healthy and creative lives, which may appear self-evident today, but that has not always been the case. A central objective of my advocacy activities for the past years has been emphasizing that development should be primarily and fundamentally about people. My dear partners in development, today's challenges require a new policy outlook. Major new challenges has been taking place as well and must be addressed. Most prominently, climate change and many other challenges lie ahead. Some are related to policy development, and policies must be based on the local context and sound overarching principles. Numerous problems go beyond the capacity of individual states and require democratically accountable global institutions. For the past years, the world had just experienced years of debt adjustment and austerity, and a host of political transformations were on the way. With eloquency and humanity, we the youth continue to call for a different approach to economics and development, one that put people at the center. I believe human development should be seen as the expansion of people's freedom to live long, healthy, and creative lives, to advance other goals they have reason to value, and to more engage young people actively in shaping development equitably and sustainably on a shared planet. People are both the beneficiaries and the drivers of human development. As individuals and in groups, we young people continue to propose a reaffirmation consistent with development practice on the ground and with the academic literature on human development and capabilities. Their partners in development attempts to transplant policy solution across countries with different conditions often fail. Our policies must be grounded in the prevailing institutional setting to bring about change. Putting people, especially youth, at the center of development means making progress equitable and enabling people to be active participants in change and ensuring that current achievements are not attained at the expense of future generations. Meeting these challenges is not only possible, it is necessary and is more urgent than ever. As a youth and a social justice activist, I continue calling with eloquency and humanity for a different approach to economics and to development. These calls have continued to resonate around the world and have gained renewed prominence with recent investigations into measuring people's well-being. The other aspect is meeting the UN MDGs was a greater urgency, and now the world look at other possible strategies in putting forward another set of goals forward. That's why you have a lot of the posts, the post MDGs and so on. Also, other prominent concerns threatening future progress include mounting environmental damage that imperils the earth and has harmful consequences for the poor. Going to bed hungry or falling asleep due to lack of energy is one of the most tangible deprivation that people can face. The main threat to maintaining progress in human development comes from the unsustainability of production and consumption patterns. Uncertainty prevails about economic stability and global security. The political balance has shifted from domination by two powers to multiple sources of influence, complexity. Their patterns in development. While there is currently international consensus on the two major issues of eradicating poverty and preserving the great ecological equilibrium, that is, the climate and biodiversity, the results obtained up to now are far below the target objectives. The assessment made by the United Nations 5 years before the MDGs program comes to town shows that it's likely that all the goals will be reached, especially for sub-Saharan Africa. This is also the case for the fight against climate change, as the measures taken by the international community and especially by the industrialized countries are far from providing a reassuring outlook. The commitments made by the industrialized countries to reduce emissions by 2020 place us on a trajectory of global warming. Along with climate change, the poorest population, especially in Africa, already seeing an increase in their economic, social, and environmental vulnerabilities. Low carbon constraints impose technological, choices. That is our renewable energies, for example. While the impacts of climate change can add difficulties to such sectors as agriculture, like that are already struggling to ensure essential needs. Water stress also, reduction of agricultural yields, desertification, the spread of certain infective vectors. The list of climate change impacts that affect the poorest countries, with low resiliency capacity, as they lack infrastructure and equipment, among other things. African citizens deserve to live with security and dignity. There is a clear consensus that for this to actually happen, certain requirements must be met. These requirements have been stated countless times in agreements on poverty and eradication and international cooperation. Yet it is clear that rhetoric has outweighed action, and that the global leaders has not walked the talk. Their partners in development. We young people wish to have an assured future, and that education, peace, freedom, and justice are among the chief guarantees that their desire for happiness will be fulfilled. Africa is a continent of extreme wealth and extreme poverty. To empower youth for sustainable development, we need three kinds of people. Thinkers, these are the politicians and our leaders of today. Builders are the civil society, private sectors, and most importantly, you, the women, our mothers and mentors. Also sustainers, as the number three kind of people. The youth are the most important pillars of development. The sustainers, I call them, and we are the ones that will inherit this world the way you, the older generation, lives it. As a young African, it is my fear that if the future generation, which is my children, inherits what we have inherited from you, the older generation, then there will never be sustainable development in Africa and the world at large. Thank you very much for being with me on this our review segment on the topic human development and youth engagement. I hope this will help to redirect our attentions towards human-centered development and to promote debate over how we advance the engagement of young people and the development of societies. And also I will encourage you to watch out for my next video, and please digest a short picture highlights of my efforts at the local and international meetings in pushing for change with global leaders and concerned stakeholders. See you next time as we look forward for a just and sustainable development world. Thank you very much.